Thank you, Ewan. Well, we'll continue our conversation with Dr. Darren Green. So while myself and the Frenchies hang out here, Kat sits down with the ambassador for Brothers for Life and talk about why it's so important to have yourself tested for HIV.
Getting young men to behave responsibly within relationships and communities in South Africa. That's what we're talking about, which is part of the focus areas of Brothers for Life, a campaign that is, of course, also headed up by Dr. Sivu Madikana, who's one of the ambassadors of the program. And recently you guys put out a video that promotes testing. I saw it on YouTube. Quite provocative. Tell me a bit more, for those who haven't seen it. Tell us a bit more about this video.
All right, so the thought behind the video was the fact that people always feel like if they go and get tested for HIV, they'll have like this mark on their foreheads that you went and get tested for HIV, and also they also feel like something will change afterwards. So the whole message behind the video is the fact that young men can go and get tested, whether they're positive or whether they're negative, whatever the result may be. Nothing about them will change, you know, especially externally. Nothing about them will change. No one will be seeing the fact that maybe they might be HIV positive or HIV negative. So you still remain the same person ultimately at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, of course, there's the external media that you can check out, like for instance on YouTube. But I think essentially we need to get young guys talking about this as a norm, like with your friends. Like just tune your friend, like, when last did you get tested? As easy as that, right? I mean, we want to develop these conversations.
I mean, absolutely. So one of the focuses of the research that I've found is the fact that men just in general don't want to talk about HIV testing. They'll talk about, you know, intercourse, but we're not going to have a general conversation like when we're chilling at home or out on the street. So what we're trying to do right now is also bring the message across. So we have bi-monthly tweet chats, which is hashtag Ask Dr. Sivu.
Okay,
and
you're putting yourself up there, but that's good, that's good.
So Ask Dr. Sivu, we just make talking about HIV the general norm. It shouldn't be a taboo topic that people should wait until they're very, you know, in the corners on the streets, etc. You know, we should be talking about it on social media. We should talk about it when me and you meet up for a drink or two. You know, And
I think, I mean, the key message at the end of that video, saying you can actually live a full and normal life being HIV positive. This is the truth, right?
No, absolutely. Like if you get found that you have HIV, it doesn't really change much about you as a person. Just that you should just change certain aspects of your lifestyle. For example, eating healthier, making sure that you get tested for your CD4 count and how high is it, whether you get started on ARVs or not, and that's also your choice. But you can have a full and healthy lifestyle. People have lived, I mean, 20 years plus.
There we go.
And they're HIV positive. But the other thing is you'll never know.
So let's get to the stigma surrounding getting tested for HIV. What does it entail? Is it just giving a blood sample and that's it?
So when you get tested for HIV, what people don't know is the fact that you get pre-test counseling, where they first counsel you about what if you HIV positive, what will you do, etc. And then you take the blood sample, and then the result will come out immediately. We call that an ELISA test, okay? And then afterwards, you also get post-test counseling, where they find out, okay, are you going to be living a better life afterwards if you test HIV negative and also if you test HIV positive? And even after that, who are you going to tell, who are you going to talk to at home, etc. So it's just not this one process where you get a prick on your finger and then it's all over. No one knows what happened, you know. So they actually like walk through the whole process, and it's actually it's pretty cool, that done very neatly.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the crucial message at the end of the day is that you need to get yourself tested for HIV. It's better to know than not to know, and it is your responsibility to take care of yourself. We'll chat to Dr. Sivu a little bit later on, find out what this amazing young man is doing in his life.